I'm gonna have to split that up. I just bottled these today. Let me show you how easy it is to make your own alcohol at home. Now the main component of making your own alcohol is something to ferment in. So I've got this big container here with a lid, with a little hole in it, and a pretty decent seal, and an airlock which will fit in that hole, allowing gases to escape. I've got this sanitized. I'm using this one-step no-rinse cleaner. Sanitization is very important because if you don't sanitize, you run the risk of incorporating bacteria and getting infections in your brew. Fermentation is a natural process using yeast. This is a commercial yeast, but there is wild yeast in a lot of fruit and everything. You also need a fermentable sugar source, which in this case we have honey. I've got berries and honey in this other container that I'm about to show you, and it ended up way too high of a specific gravity to. This is the container I'm talking about. Now, specific gravity is a measure of sugars in a liquid, basically, or how dense a liquid is. The water, its specific gravity is 1.0, and for every pound of honey you add into a gallon of water, it brings it up 35 points. So if you added 1 pound into 1 gallon, it would be 1.035, roughly. This one ended up being about 1.14, and a healthy fermentation starts somewhere around the 1.100 to 1.102 range on the high end. So I'm going to split this batch up and dilute it so that it'll actually ferment. Now because I'm splitting it up, this had 3 pounds of honey and about 2 pounds of fruit in it. So I'm going to split it up roughly in half. It'll be about 1.5 pounds of honey and 1 pound of fruit. And we'll go from there. If I need to bring it up, I can. Now I just eyeballed that and that ended up just about perfect. This is sitting at about a 1.078. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more honey and a little bit more water and try and get that to 1.100. I don't know if you can see that. That's 1.098 roughly. It's perfect for what I want. Now with these hydrometers, if you turn it a little bit, should see, it's kind of hard to read, but that's about 13% potential ABV. All right, so this one ended up just a little bit higher. It's going to be barely any more ABV, which is fine. Next step is to add in some yeast nutrient and our yeast. The yeast nutrient is just nutrients for the yeast. It helps it kind of kickstart and get going. So I've got it in there. I'm going to stir it up, throw the lids and the airlocks on, and we'll be good. All right, so the total recipe is about 2.5 pounds of honey, 1 pound of fruit, water to a gallon. I added about a half teaspoon of the yeast nutrient and half a packet of yeast per batch. Now I'm going to let this start fermenting. Be back in a couple of days to show you how it's looking.